Two female ballet dancers are suing the University of Cincinnati for allegedly ignoring sexual misconduct by a male dancer during rehearsals. They accuse UC of deliberate indifference and not protecting them after they complained. Both sides have agreed to allow all of the dancers in this case to be kept anonymous. I-Team reporter Paula Christian spoke with both female dancers who did not want their faces shown publicly.
I felt like he was touching me in places that I had never been touched before.
She's known in the lawsuit as Karen So, a senior at the University of Cincinnati, who has been dancing ballet since age 3, with many male partners. She danced both at UC and at the Cincinnati Ballet. But she says she never had a problem until she danced with a student who is known as John Doe.
Men, when they lift you, are supposed to lift you from your waist. And with John Doe, his hands started in the wrong place. They started on my breast and they remained there the entirety of the lift.
So and another female ballet student complained to UC about the alleged sexual touching. But So says she still had to partner with John Doe in ballet class after she complained, and the lawsuit alleges he touched her inappropriately again.
How do you think the school reacted, and how do you think they should have reacted?
I think everybody just didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to believe that it was true. They didn't want the bad press or the bad reputation that came along with it.
A spokeswoman said UC cannot comment on the specifics of a student matter. But in a statement to the I-Team, she said UC takes Title IX related complaints seriously and encourages anyone to report concerns to the Office of Gender Equity and Inclusion. A spokesperson for Cincinnati Ballet also declined comment. The women are not suing Cincinnati Ballet, but their lawsuit claims that John Doe had a history of alleged sexual misconduct toward other female dancers at the Cincinnati Ballet, including Karen So.
I think what happened at Cincinnati Ballet would be important to the extent that people at the University of Cincinnati knew about it.
Attorney Josh Engel represents the two female ballet dancers. He specializes in Title IX complaints, a law that requires schools to treat students equally and protects them against sexual misconduct and assault.
This young man was not an unknown in the Cincinnati ballet community. He was considered to be a rising star. And people at the University of Cincinnati almost certainly knew about him and knew about his reputation when they decided to admit him in the school.
John Doe was never criminally charged. Jane Rowe says a Hamilton County judge did grant her a protective order against him last year, according to the lawsuit. UC also investigated Rowe's complaint, but found him not responsible for any misconduct. John Doe said what happened was either an accident or a mistake because the dancer, who is known in the suit as Jane Rowe, wore slippery leotards and his hands sweat a lot, according to the lawsuit.
I felt utterly devastated. I just felt like nobody believed me. Nobody believed that the other women coming forward were telling the truth.
Jane Rowe is a senior at UC who is dancing ballet at an out-of-state co-op this year. She says she has partnered with 7 to 10 male dancers throughout her career without any problems until John Doe.
I don't think anybody would make something this big up, to go through the emotional trauma. Sorry, I'm starting to cry.
Another student told UC investigators that John Doe was, quote, constantly holding female dancers in the wrong positions, quote, causing contact with private areas and causing discomfort, according to the lawsuit. Engel asked a ballet instructor who is not associated with the case to watch a video of John Doe and Jane Rowe performing. That teacher described it as, quote, one grab fest after another, according to the suit.
We've dealt with a number of cases at the University of Cincinnati with Title IX issues. And it's fair to say nobody is happy with the way the university handles it.
Engel is no stranger to this building, the federal courthouse in Cincinnati. In fact, he's filed several Title IX suits against UC, representing all sides, from alleged victims to students accused of misconduct, and even an administrator who was complaining about the process. Reporting from downtown, Paula Christian, WCPO 9, I-Team.